First of all, the Indian Air Force has deployed 42 transport aircraft towards the COVID relief task. This includes 12 heavy lift aircraft, that is C-17 and IL-76, and 30 medium lift aircraft, that is C-130 and AN-32. These 42 platforms are being used round the clock to undertake operations to bring in relief measures, material, personnel from abroad. Till now, we have lifted in approximately 75 containers, oxygen containers, and the task is still going on. We have touched 8 countries so far, and 2 more new countries will be visited in the next 24 hours.
And sir, we are seeing that our C-17s are flying day in and day out, and the operational readiness seems to be at the highest possible level. How is the Air Force maintaining the crews for these sorties, and how are you achieving such high level of readiness in this in the middle of this pandemic?
The Indian Air Force continuously trains for operations. During peacetime, all our efforts are focused towards ensuring that we have optimum aircrew and platform availability to meet any contingency. Towards this, we are following a hub and spoke model, where we ensure that the aircraft are placed at various hubs so that their efficiency is increased and they don't have to come back to the parent base after every mission. We have increased the availability of aircrew by augmenting them, the flying units, by getting aircrew from those who are in staff appointments or in training assignments. We have given them refresher training, expedited their skills augmentation, and now they have been put back into the cockpit. The same has been done for the technical aircrew, so that all available hands put in their effort towards 24/7 operations. We are also ensuring that we minimize the exposure of our aircrew to external environment. We create a kind of a bubble so that the aircrew are able to take on the task without any disruption. We are also ensuring that the night halts outside are reduced. We are also ensuring that proper coordination takes place so that the downtime or the idling time on the ground is reduced to a minimum, and effectively the aircraft and aircrew are used in a rotational manner so that the tasks are accomplished.
That's a big task that the Air Force is carrying out. Sir, the Air Force personnel during vaccination, the Air Force was, I think, ahead of all other services and paramilitary forces, as more than 95% people had been given first dose, and close to 90% had been given the second dose as well before the second wave started. How has the vaccination helped the Air Force in these times when COVID is affecting almost every walk of life? And now what is the level? Is there by when will the Air Force touch 100%?
We are working towards the 100% goal. As of now, 98% of the Air Force personnel have had the first shot, and close to 90% have had the second shot. There are some personnel who are medically excused from taking shots because of certain other conditions, but we are very rapidly moving towards ensuring that we reach as close to 100% as possible. As far as the COVID vaccination is concerned, in the Indian Air Force, we started this activity in January this year, once the national program was rolled out. We have ensured availability of vaccine, and in a planned and a phased manner, we have ensured that our personnel get vaccinated. Vaccination has had twofold effect on our personnel. First is the physical effect. That means physically they are better prepared to face the situation, deploy themselves for any operations, and therefore this adds to the second effect, which is the psychological effect, where in their mind they are very clear that they have had vaccination taken, and so therefore they can continue with their task in an unhampered manner with a peaceful mind with all energies focused towards operations.
And this must have also been seen that people who have got both the doses are not that badly hit by COVID, sir?
Yes, though we have had cases where people have had COVID even after doses, but the mild indications or the mild symptoms have ensured that they recover very quickly, and the disease has not led to any fatality as far as we are concerned.
Sir. And sir, how is the Air Force taking care of its own personnel? We have seen that the base hospital was facing problems in oxygen supplies. Is the Air Force also facing similar things, and how are you dealing with it?
The Air Force, right from the beginning, the medical branch as well as the logistics channel, we had started working to ensure that the oxygen supply remains unhampered. Towards this, we had identified the sources, we had identified equipment, we had identified containers, and we have constantly ensured that the supply chain works in a manner that there is no shortage of oxygen at any of our command hospitals or any of our Air Force hospitals. Wherever we find that in a particular area the requirement of oxygen is less, from those Air Force establishments or hospitals, we try and ensure that the supply is made available to the areas where the requirement is more. With this kind of a redeployment, we are able to ensure that the oxygen supplies are available as required.
And this is helping the families of your personnel?
Yes, we are taking care of not only the men in uniform, but also the families, and also where required, we are taking care of our veterans, and in certain cases, we have opened up the facilities for civilians as well. I must tell you, on 6th of this month, we have opened up a 100-bed facility for the general public, which can be freely utilized by anybody who has a requirement. Of course, the allotment is controlled by the state government.
This is the Bangalore facility?
This is the Bangalore facility, where the manning is done by the personnel, that is doctors and paramedics of command hospital, augmented by certain other medicos, and the entire management is done by the Air Force personnel, whereas the admission part is with the state government.
And sir, how many such centers have been opened or would be opened by Air Force?
As of now, in addition to the facility which I mentioned, there are about 5 or 6 other facilities. For example, Command Hospital Bangalore itself, and 5 other Air Force hospitals where we have opened the facilities for the general public.
And is it in any way affecting, sir, this help to civilians in different centers, is it in any way affecting your own operations in hospitals?
While I must say that all resources are operating at their optimum level, and there is very limited spare capacity. However, we ensure that we maintain a good balance between maintaining our requirements as well as providing succor to the general public. At no stage has our own requirements suffered.
And sir, like the Air Force has been, like since last year, the Air Force has been heavily deployed in the operations along the northern borders, the tanker aircraft and the heavy lift aircraft have been working there, taking supplies. Now the summers have come. Right now also they are doing that task as well. Has COVID in any way affected the operational preparedness of the Air Force in those areas as well as other areas?
Let me make it very clear that as far as we are concerned, our operational readiness, wherever there is a requirement, is at its optimum level. There is no reduction in op preparedness and deployment. We have ensured that we keep backups available. Wherever redeployment has been required, we have undertaken that. We have ensured that mitigation factors are put in place so that even if there is a COVID positive case that happens, we quickly put them into isolation, get them into medical treatment, and have replacement available in place. I must mention here that so far, whatever task has been assigned to the Indian Air Force has been undertaken in a professional manner, regardless of where the requirement has come, whether in the forward areas or for fighting COVID mitigation. I assure you that whatever requirement is put up to us, we will undertake that in a professional manner again.